Hello, it's me, Mr. Ball, from my house. There's my cat back there. He says hi. But welcome to social studies class. This is our Friday lesson, and today what we're going to be learning about is the new kind of framing of the different political movements around the civil rights movement. Kind of really trying to think of things not just from a standpoint of rights, but for power. And this is kind of different, a different way of thinking about people's rights in society. And this is really going to start with people like Malcolm X and the Black Panther Party, who you've probably heard of before. You're like, what, the comic book hero, Black Panther? No, the Black Panthers, a political group. And we're also going to examine how this had kind of a ripple effect, expanding out to other groups in society and specifically connecting to Colorado as well, with the Chicano movement, which we've studied before, but really was framed as the Chicano power movement. And we're going to see how this framing really expanded out across the country. And for me, what makes this framing different, and it's still a major thing today, is that rights is kind of just saying we want to be treated the same as everybody else. We want to have equal opportunities. But when people started thinking of things around power, they started thinking about, well, what we really need is the ability to control our own lives, to be able to make decisions for ourselves, to control our own communities, and not to be controlled by somebody else who usually doesn't care about us or our rights. So building power for ourselves is a major kind of different framework, a way of looking at things that's very different from just what people were asking for as far as we want our rights. Instead, they're saying, no, what we need is power. We need political power to determine our own futures, our own destinies on our terms, not on someone else's. And this is still a major thing in the world today. You'll hear things like people power, black power, brown power, all those different types of things. Of course, this is very different from white power. White power is inherently racist. It's automatically a racist system because white power seeks to control others, and it's really based on violence and control. Whereas power for these other groups, historically marginalized groups, isn't about controlling other people. It's about being able to control yourselves, your own community. And that's something that was historically denied to these groups. So you might think, some people might think this, black power is the same as saying white power, but it's really not. And so we're going to examine that in the lesson here today. And of course, this is still a major thing in protest movements, activism in the world today, building power for ourselves and being able to control our own destinies. So that's what we're going to examine in the lesson today. Hope you find it enjoyable and have a great Friday and a great weekend.